Hello, everybody. Yeah, I wanted to do a video yesterday, in fact. Didn't get to it. Yesterday was, um, this whole year is 10 years that Valerie had passed away. It's going to be in October, unfortunately. And damn, it just feels like not so long ago. So I wanted to do this yesterday because it would be her birthday yesterday. I didn't get the opportunity to do so. I went out walking at Economo. My sister and my mom came along. Actually, my sister came in. It's her spring break from teaching, and I was so excited to get to see her again. This whole next few weeks, I'm going to get to see her a whole lot more than I ever have in a long time, and that's just such a blessing. It really is such a blessing. Um, my sister and I are pretty close. But we're walking down this old railroad cut, and I did a video on it, and they're like, "There's an owl right there." And it was a type of owl I've never seen before, and I've been all through the woods all my life. I remember as a little kid, my grandfather had one of these big pine trees that were like 80 foot tall in his yard. And I'd sit on the back porch and there's a big horned owl sitting there, and a great horned owl. And I loved that. I was like, wow, I still feel as a little kid, I'm still standing on the steps. And I still feel that. But anyhow, I wanted to say what that meant to me. It gave me a moment to pause and says, well, maybe you're not supposed to read a poem tonight. Maybe you're just supposed to reflect. Maybe you're allowed a little bit of time off here and there. You don't have to do everything, like even if it's a poetry reading, to try to get it all on the internet. And I don't. I'm not making money on this. I just love the experience. But the experience of life is so much more than just the things that we do. It's the things we live through. And that owl looked me right in the eyes, and I walked around it, and then I went to a point where I'm standing on the side of it, and it stops and it just turns its head and it looks me right in the eyes. And if you've ever looked at an owl, it's not like looking at any other animal. Especially those type, the barred owl, have dark eyes, where the other owls have blue eyes. These are dark eyes. It's like looked at me, and I'm like, wow. So I kind of took the night, and I wanted to relax a little bit, but I do want to read a poem, and I want to read this. One of the poems from my book Valerie. This book was very cathartic to me when she passed away, to get some of the stories and feelings out. Of course, when you write a book of poetry of this nature, you're not writing the actual stories. You're putting a lot in between the words, and you wish that you could tell the whole story. Of course, that's impossible. You have so many memories of people, even in the great books. They can't say it all. But I wanted to read this poem. I love it. And I wrote it 9 years ago. Mountain Prayer. Let me tell you about mountains. An ancient peak stood with frozen puddles and all that we are made of. A few million years, their sharp, treeless peaks. It began with a seed clutched in a bird's beak, where something caught in the wind, that just enough lift pushed apart between before falling down, leaving enough to build upon. The cracks in the rocks, fallen boulders and ache, death and rebirth. Let me tell you about stone, broken down into rich earths of bottoms that grew tree hemlocks stretching into the sky. Inland seas that filled in how old these rivers really are, you dance in. This is why the fire is sacred. At the center of the hearth, why the tree is your brother, like the hawk and wolf, hiking mountains at the top to see what has fallen below. Your eyes should see As mountains feign, the earth would be walked upon with reverence when it kisses your feet. All these that came before, wearing down these mountains into rolling hills as one. Happy birthday, Valerie. Thank you for sending the owl. That was a powerful symbol. Oh,